All right, all right. Good evening, everybody. Savage Sports Pod going live. Again, we got our Thursday NFL talk, playoff pictures, and a little special guest coming for you. I will say this: childhood best friend for 30 plus something years. We got Justin Campbell coming up in this joint. So, as y'all can see, I would have been set up right now. My co-host Sam couldn't make it at the moment. He's still on his way. We all got the little jobs and everything else. I get off a little bit before him. I was kind of worried for a minute though, to be honest, because I'd have been surrounded by two FSU fans.
Yeah, man. You see the banner, baby.
I wasn't even sure how I was going to handle that one, so I'm kind of like, yes.
Be nice to double team you.
Oh God, y'all did tore me up. I ain't even gonna lie. I'd have to just sit here fitting on my own. Probably have to call Major in or something, get him to come give me a little backup.
It's a tough year to do it, though, man. I tell you, I mean, look at us. It's been a rough couple, 5, 6 years for us.
True, true. It happens. It happens. Yeah, we'll have to definitely get you back on one of those, so that way you and Sam can go ahead and hit up a little bit of that stuff
Oh,
too.
yeah,
Though, and I
baby.
can
I'll
just,
be there.
yeah, I'm gonna throw some salt in the wound just because.
I don't expect nothing different from you. Shoot.
True, true. But yeah, let's get into it. I mean, like right now, we'll go ahead and start. I know it's Thursday night. Everybody's watching this great game between the Rams and the Patriots. Technically, it's between the Rams and somebody that isn't the Patriots anymore. I will say that much, considering that Tom Brady is no longer with the Pats. He is, what can I say, a Buccaneer.
Hey, you see it up there, baby. All right, all right.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not. How can I even say this? Pats are not the Pats. I'm not even going to give them last week's blowout win because it should have been expected. Like, honestly, if Cam Newton's being Cam Newton and he was doing what he was doing while he was at Carolina, pre Bob Miller pretty much mashing them into the ground, the Pats they would actually possibly be a good team and be set for the playoffs.
Well, I mean, they're still a pretty good team. I mean, look at Cam. His passing, it's not the best we've ever seen from him. I mean, you know
No,
that. You can completely see that. But I mean, he's averaging a touchdown a game rushing. I mean, that itself, makes up for, some of that lack of passing. You know what I'm saying?
true, true. It it does, but Lamar Jackson puts him to shame now.
Well, I mean, he's a different player now. He's older. He's a little bit wiser. At least you would hope to think so. You know what I'm saying? If there's one thing I've learned about Cam Newton, man, hindsight is 50-50, you know? Even though we all know it's 2020, Cam thinks it's 50-50. Go look it up.
It might be the new hairstyle he trying to sport. I don't know what that is he got on his head though. That might be it. Might be throwing him off a little bit.
He's leaned too much to one side, ain't he?
Yeah, yeah, it's making him overshoot a little, throwing his balance off. Center of gravity's all jacked up. But nah, Cam. I would have expected Cam Newton to be more. Do not nobody kill me. None of my Titans fans kill me. But to possibly mature into more of the Steve McNair type, the ability to scramble, but you're more of a pocket passer now, and you're sitting here leading the team from the back like you're supposed to be, and like dropping dimes how you should be. He should have progressed more into the passer type with the ability to scramble.
I understand that. And I can see that comparison. I mean, same body build, same kind of type player. Was a runner. Still was kind of a runner now that he's a little older. But he's got to do it a little bit more with his arm now, and he's got to get better with that accuracy. I mean, that's always
Yeah.
been his problem, though, right?
Yep. It really has. He had Steve Smith for ever and ever and ever, and it almost made Steve Smith decline to the point where he got traded, and then where he go? Baltimore.
Yeah, had to go, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely so. Definitely so. Baltimore, on the other hand, like I'll touch on them. They have a habit of taking players that are supposed to be past their prime
hmm
and turning them into championship teams.
Baltimore or no?
Baltimore.
Okay, okay.
Baltimore. New England just has a habit of taking any player
Anybody,
whatsoever and
right?
turning them into a superstar until they leave that team. Jamie
Bunch of
Collins.
yeah, yeah. Dion Branch.
Yes.
I mean, in my opinion, I mean he was okay. I mean, I'm not taking away anything from him. He's a NFL player for goodness sake, But come on, look,
Yeah.
Dion Branch,
Wes Welker. What happened
Troy
when he
Brown.
left? Yeah.
I mean, come on. Who are these guys? I mean, they were okay for what they were, but Does anybody talk about him that much anymore? No, only when you mention Tom Brady with him, right?
Yeah, like Wes Welker. Dude was a monster at the Pats. He goes to the
Yeah.
Broncos, and then who's
Well,
Wes Welker?
Manning, Manning, he had Manning, and he was still doing all right, but he couldn't take it. Them concussions, he was, too many headshots, boy.
True. They did get him. They got him. But yeah, New England, I did expect more. When they signed Cam, I expect a little bit more of them. It's always been the same on the receiver side of it. He does not have the receivers, technically speaking. I mean, he still has
Right.
his one little short game, but that's not how he was used to playing.
Well, but I mean, I don't know if we could say it's a rebuild. I mean, you got a lot of players that opted out that didn't want to even play, in the first place due to COVID. So Belichick had to work with that. I mean, it's just like anything else. You got to develop that chemistry. You know,
True.
I mean, if that chemistry ain't there, which we saw in the first half of the season, it wasn't. But
Oh
I mean,
man.
they've won 4 of their last 5 games, and the defense leading the charge. It doesn't look like that tonight, as they're down 17-0 as we're talking. But coming up to this game, I mean, their defense has gotten a lot better, especially on the pass.
Yeah, it definitely has. I mean, they got Gilmore who leads that defense. Besides, I'll take that back. McCourtney. McCourtney leads that defense at the safety.
I can go further. Jackson, he's second in the league in interceptions.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all right, I'll give him the interception side, but Stephon Gilmore.
He's not the same as he's been. Look at the numbers this year. Look at the receivers against him. Metcalf, all of they eating him up. He's not that 99 rating on Madden no more.
That's true. That's true. But I'm saying, do you really still want to take the chance to throw against him with just your normal receiver?
Probably not. No, probably not. You're right.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, can we agree he's not been the same lockdown corner that he's been in the past?
He got COVID, man. That's all that was.
Cam had it too,
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Their best game, I would honestly say, besides last week, would have been when they played Seattle.
Yeah.
And that was when their team was completely healthy. I mean, as far as their secondary goes, like there has nothing New England has not done. Their secondary has always been one of those top 10 teams as far as it goes. They got the McCourtney brothers. They had Gilmore before Gilmore, Butler, Ryan. I mean, they made them work. But now going against the Rams, you would think they were non-existent.
Yeah, man, they're getting beat down right now. It ain't looking good, dog.
Yeah, but I mean, for the Rams, this is a big game. If New England comes back, though, and they win, they're pretty much going to be in a spot where it's going to be a coin toss to see who's going to be at the top of the division. They still got the Cardinals left this year also, even though they already beat them. So if they split that one or they just happen to drop 2 games in this little last road game, well, backside of the schedule, and the Cardinals happen to win this one,
who knows?
Or Seattle.
It depends on which Kyler Murray is going to show up,
Oh man!
And speaking, I'm sure we'll touch on that. His little running game. I mean, I guess teams are catching on. They're starting to stop at them little quick feet and keeping them sucked in. I've seen him throwing a lot more balls away than he has, in the first half of the season. So he's, it depends on which Cardinals team's going to show up, which defense is going to show up.
Yeah, dude's quick. I ain't gonna hate on Kyler Murray. Like this year is apparently the year of scrambling quarterbacks, though. Most of the ones that can scramble are the ones literally dominating on the field too, though. So it's
Mahomes leads the way, doesn't he?
Yeah, but the dude don't scramble though.
Well, but I mean, I'm just saying that the way he's so mobile in the pocket, man, he can move around. He can do anything he wants. It seems like.
Speaking of Mahomes, then let's go ahead and go to that one. I'm pretty sure the Rams are going to win this game. Who you got on this one? Rams are the Pats.
Well, coming into it, I believe that the Patriots was going to win this game, and they was going to cover the spread. And I still kind of believe that they'll mount a comeback. I believe they'll cover that 4.5 spread. Whether they'll win or not, it just kind of depends on which Cam Newton, we're going to get. As we see out there getting a first down. Bird just caught a, first down, 20-yard game. So it just depends. I'm still going to stick with the Patriots. Patriots at 17-0. Second quarter, still early, still a lot of football. I'm still stick with them.
CJ, you going with the Rams also, man. Yeah, you got a teammate on that one. Rams are going to take this one. I don't really see them stopping it. Nope. Aaron Donald is too much of a monster to not get back to the Cam, and Cam is going to be scared. Ever since Von Miller went in there and got him, he's been scared to get hit like that. And that was that Super Bowl I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he was getting tore up.
I think you misunderstood me. I said the Patriots still going to win this. I'm sticking to my original pick that I had on my paper. I'm sticking to the Patriots to come back and win this game.
Well,
I ain't
Jay,
worried about Aaron Donald. I'm worried about Jared Goff.
all
Jared
right.
Goff has
Well,
not played well at home.
that is true. The dude is very inconsistent. But in this case, Ms. Griffey's got your back on this one. She wants to pass the win also. So, Jay, this is me and you, man. I'm going Rams on this one. I don't think Cam's got it in him to pull them back right now. Maybe by the 4.5, but I don't think they're winning this.
We'll see if Stephon Gilmore can have anything to do with that holding that Rams defense and just keeping them at 17, or excuse me, that Rams offense.
Hey, that's going to be iffy. But you brought up the man, the possible MVP winner of this year, possibly going. I see this being many of probably back-to-backs for him. Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City. Hey, ain't nobody really doing what he's doing. I mean, Josh Allen's doing his thing this year, but as far as on the QB side of it, though, ain't nobody doing what Mahomes is doing as far as breaking records, though.
Well, I mean, Tom is still breaking records. Drew Brees is still breaking records. Heck, even Peyton Manning broke records for a long time. I mean, Mahomes is getting them early, but that doesn't mean it's going to last.
Yeah, but Tom and Drew have been playing since like 1976.
That's their point. They're going to be breaking records. Tom's going to be breaking records for at least 2 to 3 more years. At least.
True. But I'm saying Mahomes is probably going to be, I see him having possibly back-to-back, if not multiple MVP trophies before his career is done, hands down. But going to Kansas City, they're going to Miami. They're going to go play Tua, which I think is a mistake in the first place if they're starting Tua. I'm not hating on Tua, don't get me wrong, but like I said before, you still got Fitzmagic on the bench, just sitting back there chilling. Who every time you put him in the game, they've won pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't been close ones. It's been almost blowouts. Now, I say Kansas City's probably going to win the game because I don't think Miami has it with Tua, at least on the explosiveness to keep up with them on the offense. The defense isn't necessarily bad, but they haven't really been completely holding anybody down either. And nobody's really stopping Kansas City's offense except for the Raiders. And I forgot who else it was. They kind of held them down to a field goal at the end of the game to win it. But other than that, their offense has just been kicking on all cylinders. Now, the big thing for Kansas City is Steelers happened to lose last week.
Indeed, they did, my friend.
To Washington football team.
They're not bad. I was going to say that word, but I'm not going to say it. The football team, they're not a bad football. We'll get to them. I know we'll get to them, but hey, they're not a bad football, especially defensively.
Oh, I know. I've been on that defensive front this whole time, so I ain't even going to lie. But yeah, Kansas City, this is the best case scenario for Kansas City. I want to say they've only lost one game, which ties them right there with the Steelers. The Steelers pretty much had that bye week on wrap as far as solidifying that whole division. Now, with them losing in Kansas City sitting here running right up their back, that bye week might be in jeopardy.
Say that again. I lost you, Bubby.
I'm saying with Kansas City having that one loss, Steelers having that one loss, Pittsburgh Steelers bye week might be in jeopardy considering what Kansas City is capable of. I'm pretty sure Kansas City has the easier schedule going into the back half of the season. So I think Pitt literally has the Browns left and God, who was it?
Got Buffalo this week.
Yeah, and Buffalo. So, I mean, that's 2 games they could possibly lose.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, we know that the defending Super Bowl champs are taking their talents down to, South Beach. We know that's going on. They're 7-point favorite for all you gamblers out there. But I'm going to pay some homage to he ain't my good friend. I wish I knew him. My man Lee Corso. Not so fast, my friend. This is my upset pick of the week for all of those out there who likes handicapping. Upset pick of the week right here. Mark it, okay? Tua Tagovailoa protects the football, and that is the key to beating the Kansas City Chiefs, okay? And everybody underestimates the defense that the Dolphins have. Let me throw a little bit of numbers. Like now, I told you, I like the handicap. I like them sports handicaps. So I'm going to throw some numbers at you.
What you got for us?
All right. They are the number 2 overall ranked defense in the league. They rank 2nd in taking the ball away and 2nd in points allowed. And they are 1st in getting people off the field on 3rd downs. All right. That is going to be the key. Getting that Kansas City Chiefs defense that Kansas City Chiefs offense off the field, because, it's kind of been impossible to do. Mahomes, Cinderella works his little magic. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
But this defense is good enough to stop it. Like I said, not so fast, my friend. Upset pick of the week. The Dolphins are going to win. Take the spread. That's just better. But get your money's worth. Pick the Dolphins.
I'm gonna hit you with some dodgeball trilogy right here on this one. That's a bold move, Cotton. That's a bold move. Now,
uh,
I will say this: even though Miami's been doing their thing, yes, they've struggled at times, and at times they shine. They've shined more with Fitzmagic. I'm saying Fitzmagic, if they want to have this chance, he needs to be in there. He needs to be in there. Tell me this. Tua has thrown as many touchdowns as Fitzmagic did in one game. The whole time he's been in.
How many picks?
Picks? No. But
hey, protect the football. Ain't that what I said?
I'm saying if they want to protect the football, they should go get Brian Hoyer. Come on now.
Brian Hoyer? He ain't even back up for the Patriots. Why are they going to go get Brian Hoyer? They need to go get Jameis Winston. Jameis. That's what they need to go get.
I'm saying Hoyer protected the football, but he didn't make plays. That's all I'm saying. If you're going to protect the football, you ain't going to win. You got to score too.
Look at the record.
I'm looking at it. I got it. I see it.
How many games have they've only lost one game since Tua's been named the starter?
True. And that was the Denver.
Hey, what about Gaskins? That's
Gaskins
a running
was
game,
hurt.
right? He's going to play this week. He had a heavy little workload. He had a heavy workload last week. He's going to play. And if not, Ahmed, he could play.
True.
He can run the ball. I mean, they're going to pound that football. They are going to pound that football.
Look, we'll agree then on this one. Kansas City weakness is their defense.
Yeah.
Their strength is definitely their offense, which is going to be, if anything, this game is probably going to be a shootout. I don't see it being a low-scoring game whatsoever. I think they have not seen Tyreek Hill. They haven't seen Kelsey. They haven't seen – I'm going to leave off the running backs. I'm going to go Williams over top of Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Le'Veon Bell. I'm going to go Williams. They haven't seen all that speed coming from the wide receiver, from the 1, 2, and 3 receivers. And then you got Kelsey just blowing them up the middle, who's not a slow tight end. He was what? He was behind Kittle in receiving yards and receptions last year, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be the hard part for Miami, is to sit there and try to match up with every single one of them, because they're going to have to cheat over on the hill. They're going to still have to probably use the linebackers to sit there and try to keep Kelsey out of it and let McCole, Hardman, and Sammy Watkins actually try to win the game for them. But they're not going to stop Tyreek Hill the whole game. I've seen that once this whole season.
It's really hard to stop Tyreek Hill the whole game. I mean, he's one of those exceptional guys out there at that wideout position, you know?
Yeah, and he ain't big. Dude's just so fast. He just gone.
Yeah, man, they call him the cheetah for a reason, right?
True. Hey, I could have got him back in the day.
Oh, boy, please. You couldn't even went and got him popcorn.
True. That's because I don't go get nobody popcorn except for one. Swiss cheese defense. Yes, sir. Yes, they do.
Like I said, hey, upset pick of the week. Miami over Kansas City.
All right, I'm a bank on that one. What's that spread on that show?
Plus, last I saw it was +7. It could obviously change. You know, it's going to be more bets on them today after people watch this. I'll tell you that. So the line's going to change a little bit.
Hey, I want to see it happen.
I do too. Like to see that wrench thrown in there a little bit, you know?
Yep, definitely so. So let's go hit this one. This one's technically a 2-for-1 because this one is going to decide the AFC South. These next two games are literally going to decide the AFC South. And I see both teams more than likely winning. So let's go my Titans versus Jacksonville. Easy. Only reason I'm throwing this game in here is only because it is playoff implications as far as winning the division and not having to fight for a wild card. That is literally the only reason.
I was hoping so. When I looked at it, I said, man, why is this game even on here?
Yes. Now, I'm not saying it because I'm a Titans fan. I'm saying it because of
Yes,
playoff
you
implications. No, I'm saying it's the same thing
are.
for New England and Rams. I expected the Rams to blow out New England. That's just how I see it. Like, I really don't see, like, yeah, no.
I feel you. I feel you.
So, I mean, technically, this should be a cakewalk for the Titans going to Jacksonville. Granted, they are rivals, hands down. They play each other twice a year. Got it. Jacksonville was winning the series, and I'm pretty sure the Titans took that over the past 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
But they still got D. Henry. Jacksonville is completely in disarray as usual, and they're at the very, very bottom of the division with the Houston Texans, who last year, last 2 years, both of those teams were pretty much at the top. So they've done a complete 360. Now, I'm saying Titans going to win. They're 8-4. Indianapolis Colts, they go down and they play the Raiders. Raiders that have knocked off the Chiefs. Raiders that decide to play 1 week and then the next week decide to be completely abysmal.
Let the Jets take them to the wire.
Yes. Yes.
I still think the Jets ran engage 8 on the last defensive play.
Yeah, I swear they are point shaving, hands down. They're like, hey, we got to put up a fight. We got this game. Hey, coach, we can win this. Hey,
no, they won't
drop this ball. You're going to drop this ball. It's 2 minutes left, and we are down by 3, okay? You're on the 30-yard line. Drop the ball. Make them get an interception.
Yeah. Whatever you do, drop this. I agree, dog. Hey, but I'm telling you, man, they lined up in a 4-4, engage 8 on the Madden, man, and just that was the worst I've seen in a long time. Maybe not I've ever seen. That's the worst I've seen in a long time. That's horrible.
They're like, make sure if this play doesn't work, hey, we got a backup, okay? This is what's going to happen. He's going to snap the ball because our center miraculously got hurt. Coach, I feel good. You're hurt. I'm good, coach. No, you're hurt. Put our backup center in. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to mistime this snap and the quarterback's going to fumble, all right? And you're just going to lose it.
It's just going to pop out. Fumblerooski.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, man, I have to agree with you on this. I mean, like I said, when I see this on the schedule, and I didn't even see my Buccaneers and the Vikings playoff implications on here. I was, confused. But this is a no-brainer. Give the ball to number 22 and block. That's it.
True.
Give it to the man beast, man child, whatever you want to call him. Give it to him. Go behind that line and just go score.
You like the playoffs last year.
Yeah. Man.
I got you right here. Baby J said, laugh out loud. They trying to get that first round pick. Yes, the Jets are.
Sure, they dog. Hey, Rock know what they talking about.
Yeah. And then the wife, she did throw up a staff for me. Even while I was gone, like when I was stuck in Georgia, man, I went to watch 2 of the games for Jacksonville at least. Well, I'll tell you back, I think I went to go watch 3 of them between the Titans and Jacksonville. Every time they played them, I was there. They won.
Well, that must feel nice.
Yes, it does.
I've been FSU play about 10 times, and about 10 times they've lost. There's no lie. At home, at away, it don't matter. Ask Cody Powers. He went with me. We lost. Ask my lady. She went with me. We lost.
There's a common factor in there. I don't know what it is, though, but something's wrong with that one. And if you go in and they losing every time.
Yeah, bro. I need to quit or something, dude. I need to quit, man. But I tell you, I came and it's too hard. When you got your team, it's too hard to give up on that.
True. Yeah, but like I said, Tennessee's got this one. Jacksonville ain't going to do anything. They might put up a fight too, though, but they're still fighting for that first-round draft pick also, which 9% of their team was made up of first-round number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4 draft picks for like 3 years straight. Yeah. And then they traded them all.
I mean, it's just life down in Jacksonville, it seems like, ain't it?
Yeah, it was. It really, really was. Ever since Maurice Jones-Drew bounced out from Jacksonville, they were literally just like, what do we do? Oh, my God.
A bunch of people used to call him Maurice Drew Jones. I couldn't get that brother's name right.
No, not at all. I'm not jinxing my team, babe. I'm trying not to. I knocked on some wood, so hey, hopefully that one works out. But yeah, what you got on the Titans in Jacksonville? Is there any kind of what they just gonna blow them out 20?
I get like the spread it right now. I saw it. It was 7.5. Like I said, it's always subject to change. You know, it's gonna no brainer, man. The Titans minus 7.5 all day, 35-10.
Let's get to the interesting game then, which is probably going to be the one that's really going to decide who takes this division. Colts and the Raiders.
Well, I tell you what, man. If you look at this game, dude, let me tell you these stats. Like I said, I'm a numbers guy. So, I'm gonna tell you these stats real quick.
I'm up for stats.
This game on all offensive wise is probably some of the most evenly matched, I guess you'd see. I mean, it's kind of scary at times. Both these quarterbacks are quarterbacks that either can win it for you or lose it for you just with that flick of their arm, boy. I mean, you know how these two are. They love to throw that ball. Rivers lose it, take his helmet off, act like he mad, run off to the sideline, spit a couple times. You know how he is. You seen that crybaby run.
Hey, he might bring that curse to the Colts then. I mean, Rivers always be like, hey, we're at the edge of the playoffs. We got this. And then
then they're 7-9.
Yep.
Chargers. But yeah, man. The Colts average 370 yards a game. Vegas averages 364. They both average 31 minutes in time of possession. Both, ironically, run 65 plays a game, and they both average 5.7 yards per play a game. That is crazy. So on offense, like it's like which defense are you going to take? And I'm taking the Colts defense over the Raiders defense. 9 times out of 10, depending on who they're playing. Unless they're playing the Jags or the Jets, maybe.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see that hands down. I will say the Colts are going to win it, in my opinion. Do I hope they win? No. But they're going to win it. Unless the Raiders unless they pull some stuff like they did with Kansas City, there is no way in the world they're going to win. Their biggest weapon on offense is not even Josh Jacobs. It's Darren Waller, their tight end.
Amen to that, brother.
It's their tight end. I can't count how many games I've played, at least even on fantasy this year, and had him either on my team or against me.
Or against you. God.
I'm sitting here like, I just lost. This dude had 3 people hurt in the first quarter, didn't even come back, but Waller just threw up 50 points on me.
You ain't lying. At least 41 for sure.
Yeah. But that's the one strong point the Colts do have. Their linebackers, Darius Leonard. If he's shadowing Waller, then Waller's going to be non-existent. Henry Ruggs and Edwards do not necessarily count for the Raiders as far as the passing game goes. It's more like it's like having T.Y. Hilton in his prime when he was just burning people down the field. That's what Henry Ruggs is going to do. He might get you 4 catches for like 60-something yards or like 2 catches for like 95 and a touchdown.
Yeah. Or he might just drop the ball. Man, that man has some bricks on the end of his hand sometimes.
Yeah, but then, I mean, the rest of them, like who they got, Hunter Renfrow is their little slot receiver. He might burn you up for catches, but the dude is not going big, though. So,
I
like Renfrow, don't get me wrong.
Aguilar's, he's kind of found this system. He's got a guy that likes to throw that ball down that field and find him on him. He's a speedster, at USC boy. That's what he does. He's a speedster. He gets down that field, and if he gets 4 or 5 steps on you, kind of like the way I used to do you at wide receiver in DB. No, I'm joking. It's like more like 6 or 7 steps.
Oh man.
Nah, I'm just serious. I'm joking, man. I'm just really kidding. I'm just saying that, man. Aguilar likes to get down the field. Carr likes to throw it to him, but
he does. But Aguilar's weak spot is exactly why they let him go from the Eagles. Though the dude is completely inconsistent on catching the ball.
Absolutely. He's got his phalanges is a little rough too sometimes. I agree.
Yeah. And just because we're right here, I'm gonna do some bad juju right now, just because I got one person watching this one, and he always gets mad if I don't talk about the Bears. So we'll leave Indy and come back to it real quick. Chicago Bears versus Houston.
Oh, Deshaun Watson is going to tear the Bears apart. Okay. That's what's going to happen. This man, if he could get a little bit better protection, this guy's an unbelievable playmaker. You all see it week in, week out. I kind of think he's, it's doing him some disservice being in Houston. I'd love to see him, out there where he can get some protection. I'd love to see him behind the Raiders' offensive line. I really would.
I never even thought about that one.
Well, man, I'd love to. You put a team that can block and And again, J.J. Watt does his thing, but I mean, the Texans defense, it's hit or miss.
But
Sometimes
you
they
think
might
he meshed with Gruden though?
say, yeah, Gruden can coach anybody. I hate to say it, he might get on people's nerves and his little scrounge, his little Chucky look or whatever, but he he's one of the better coaches, and I think if he had Deshaun Watson to, at his disposal, sky'd be the limit.
What about Deshaun Watson going against Khalil Mack though?
What about any tackle going against Khalil Mack? That's one. I mean, that's one of the only dudes I ever seen make the same Pro Bowl as a defensive end and a linebacker in the same Pro Bowl. Man, that's crazy.
Yo, hey, his football intellect though is off the charts. That boy got a big head.
Hey man, you better watch what you say about that boy.
I ain't going to Chicago no time soon. Khalil Mack is a beast though. He really is a beast. That was probably the Raiders' biggest. That was the biggest mistake when they traded him. Regardless of whatever he was wanting, little money, he made their defense. It's kind of like it would be like the Rams getting rid of Aaron Donald.
That was a big. I mean, yeah. I mean, it is equivalent. I agree. It's equivalent.
Yeah, that's about the disruption part of it. Regardless if they don't get a sack or not, if they get rid of the disruptive factor, then that's going to be an issue. That's the same. It's the complete opposite of my Titans. Mm-hmm. They have no pass rush at all. At all. Like, I don't. And they draft defensive tackles every year with linebackers, and they have no pass rush.
Inquiring minds want to know why,
I mean, if this is any indication why, I mean, yes, they need to get right back to it. Jeffrey Simmons, yes, I will give you the props. You actually been doing something, but the rest of that defensive line, it's like they like this, like
playing watching Leo do his thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and the Bears, it's not even a defensive thing for me. I mean, it's the same song's been told all year. The quarterback play, right? Foles, Trubisky. I mean, golly. Foles, Trubisky, did as the experts said, he was going to ball against the Lions because traditionally he didn't. He had a pretty solid game. I mean, I take that game as a head coach. I take it, Yeah. They should have won that football game.
He's the Nelson Aguilar quarterbacks.
Oh, man. Man, at least Nelson's fast, though. God, Trubisky ain't really got nothing I can say. Like, I don't like nothing about that dude. And he wore Tar Heel blue, too. Man, get on.
Hey, they took a gamble. It didn't pay off.
Well, I'm a gambling man, and I would not take that bet. My money's off of Trubisky.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. He's going to go to the Raiders, the same place Mariota went.
Even Gruden don't want him. He can go back up to Saints when Taysom Hill and Jameis get up. When Jameis get up out of there, Taysom's going to start for him next year. When Jameis get up out of there, Trubisky can go down there and play under Sean Payton and see how that work out.
Hey, Mr. Alfaro, I'm going to have to ask you, are they going to evict Trubisky once he gets kicked off the team? They just going to kick him out the city or what?
He better have his stuff packed beforehand.
True. Very, very true.
As my dad would say, get your hat, your coat, and leave.
I can see that with hands down, he's gone. They got a lot of work to go do. I mean, they got a lot of work to go do. Everything besides their defense end and Allen Robinson.
Well, their secondary is not even that bad. Fuller and Jackson.
Yep.
Yeah, their secondary is not even that bad. It's you got to get a guy. In today's NFL, you have to have a solid quarterback. I mean, you have to. There's no more defense is going to save you. Defense still gets some, win some championships. But man, come on, I still believe a better offense is going to be the good defense. Shoot.
All right, check this. And he said, "I'm going with my guys and helping him move." Rock said the U-Haul's ready. Rock said the U-Haul ready.
Warm up the bus. Warm up the bus.
Oh man, they probably won't even have him back as a towel boy. But
he can't even come to Soldier Field no more. Even as a kid, you better stay home.
Look, all right, this is my last one on Trubisky. He reminded me of Ace Ventura when he went to the little psychiatric ward. He's like, put me in, coach. I'm ready.
Oh, man, that's dirty. That's a low blow right there.
Tell me he don't look like him, though.
Slightly. Hey, crazy.
But let's get back to this one. Indy and the Raiders, all right?
All right, I'm going, again, I'm a gambling man. I'm going with the Colts, the top 10 in defense, defensive plays, points, yards, pass attempts, completions, touchdowns, rush yards, all top 10 in those defensive categories. But the Raiders can score. Waller's going to find a way to get open. Carr will find him, but he's also going to find a way to throw an interception in the fourth quarter. It's going to be close. It's going to be real close. 28-27 Colts.
I don't know what I want to take on this one. Because my heart tells me I want the Colts to lose and saying I want the Raiders to demolish them and pull some Titan stuff on like the second game and let Josh Jacobs actually break loose. But.
And Rashard, I like how they change it up out there. Rashard, he's a fullback who can play, halfback, and he can catch the ball, he can block. I like what they do and how Gruden, like I said, if you're in that Gruden system, you're gonna be all right. You're not a scrub in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's on the defense line. Some of them kind of some scrubs.
Can't give the receivers any kind of quota though. So I mean, honestly, I don't. This matchup benefits the Colts. Unfortunately, I gotta go with the Colts, and I'm gonna say 34-27 to be honest. I don't see the Raiders getting blown out, but I'm thinking Xavier Rhodes matchup against Henry Ruggs or whoever that's going to be at. Xavier Rhodes might be getting a little bit older, but the dude is still good at coverage.
It's physical.
Yeah, and then you got Leonard that's going to match up on Waller, and I have not seen anybody take advantage of Leonard yet. So, I mean, I haven't. And their defense is fast anyway. And then they got their safety is it Hooker is still back there right now. So. I mean, most of the plays that they've actually had against them have been little short routes. They keep everything in front of them. So Henry Ruggs' speed, Aguilar's speed are going to be non-existent. So, yeah, I got to go with the Colts, even though I don't want to, but I got to go with the Colts. I got to do it.
Raiders +3, though. Raiders +3.
Oh, God, that's cold. As Delbro said, he said, next time Trubisky will be in Soldier Field, he'll be selling churros.
Peanuts, too. Get your peanuts, yeah?
Yeah. So we're looking at a tied-up Division B, 9-4 teams going into the AFC South. That's how that's going to be pretty much. So, I mean, I'm not going to really argue with that one. All right, so here goes the big game, though. I want to say this is probably going to be the game of the week, and it's probably going to set the tone for the rest of the AFC with Kansas City or the Steelers. Steelers at Buffalo.
Yes.
Josh Allen versus Big Ben.
Yes. I had that as the game of the week. I know y'all can't see it on my notes, but I swear I had it as game of the week for sure.
Yes. And this one, it's messed up because you have Miami fighting for a playoff spot. You still technically got Buffalo fighting for a playoff spot. And then you got the Colts also fighting for a playoff spot, at least in that wild card scenario. Most of them are probably still going to get in, but the games are so close that – and even the Browns. I forgot about the Browns. We'll come to the Browns, though. Yeah. But Steelers versus Buffalo.
You want me to lead us on this one?
Yeah, go ahead and hit it.
Well, I got quite a bit to say about this game. This is the game of the week, so we might as well have quite a bit to say about this, right? Steelers got to be pumped. I know there's some Steelers fans out there. I know Cup Coleman, that's a Steelers fan. I know my pop, he should be tuned in sometime. I know he's a Steelers fan.
Miss Jackson's a Steelers fan.
Oh, Miss Ross is a Steelers fan too?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Woo, I'm for real on this one, man. Hey, y'all got to be pumped. Pittsburgh got to be pumped. I mean, everybody knows that. You took your first L to the football team, and but you got to work on catching the ball. Am I right? You lead the league. The Pittsburgh Steelers lead the league in drops. 31. You had 7 last week.
Ooh.
7.
I wasn't even tracking them that much. As much as they pass, I wasn't even tracking, honestly, them being that much because of the yards they put up, especially with Claypool and Juju starting to come on this year. Running game is not existent, but I was not tracking that part.
That doesn't mean they're not putting up the yardage because, I mean, heck, they was 11-0, and last couple games been a little shaky, but, 31 drops, that's unacceptable. You're professional football players. 31 drops as a team collectively, like Mike Tomlin said, either catch the ball or I'm gonna find somebody that will. I'm gonna put somebody in there that will. And hey, point blank, period. That should be all they needed to hear.
He should have picked that Fogle from the Eagles. He should have picked the Fogle from the Eagles. That dude been catching.
Oh yeah, I know. Hey, hopefully he's got somebody. Well, we might get into that later. But as far as Pittsburgh, where's your running game been? Right?
Who is James Conner?
I mean,
is that Sarah Conner's son?
Man, you better leave James alone. I like old James. That's James can play some football. James is a hard-nosed Pittsburgh Steeler running back, is he not? All you Steeler fans, I'm sure y'all agree with that. He's a hard-nosed Steeler running back, and you've had a caliber of him.
I gotta get one for you right here. The cousin Rose said, Justin Campbell, hey.
What up? What's happening? But running game, man. I mean, the teams are going to kind of load on that pass. They're going to kind of lay back out the box a little bit more because they're not too afraid of the running game right now. I mean, it shows. The defense got a little lackadaisical. When they got up 14 points, that was pretty clear. I mean, that was really clear. It's crazy that Big Ben averages 49 passes a game. So that lets you know right there something's got to change in this running game. This is not, the running game we're used to seeing from the Pittsburgh Steelers.
No, and like the first year, we'll say after Le'Veon left, the running game was still existing. It was still existing. Connor stepped in even while he was there, but then they also still had who was my boy? Was it Williams? DeAngelo Williams that came from Carolina, who picked up the slack also. But after that year, Connor was hurt, and then he would show out. And then they relied on their bench, and now they got Benny Snell, who's trying to come in. They got Jalen Samuels, who's hit or miss also, running back / tight end H-back. I don't really – something like that.
Whatever he wants to be.
Yeah, whatever he wants to be. But, yeah, like Ross said, they have to get some kind of running game. Their running game is literally non-existent, and they are definitely not worried about old school Big Ben, where if you came at him, he would sit there and scramble. Ben ain't scrambling. He's running like Forrest Gump when he had knee braces on right now.
Oh, man. You killing them tonight, ain't you, boy?
Tell me I'm wrong.
We talking about football, we roasting here.
Hey, we keep it savage.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, that's what your podcast called that for, am I right?
Yes. Hey, Rock, tell me he ain't. Just say he ain't. Say he is not running like Forrest Gump when he was like, run, Forrest, run. He had a little braces on his legs and he sidestepping like.
He run like he just stole a hot pie out of a window, wobbling with it, like Martin did in that movie Life. Remember how he was running with that hot pie? That's kind of what he reminded me of. Yeah, he's not as mobile. We know that. I mean, he's still Big Ben. No, it's gonna take a licking or two for that big old clock to come down. You know what I'm saying? That big clock's still ticking a little bit. He got that elbow issue, but hey, that's a big clock.
Oh God, don't do that. When Murdoch, no, I'm not even listening to you. He said, we ain't on the college part of it, but we're gonna hit this eventually. He said Travis Etienne from Clemson to the Steelers.
Oh man, I mean, I don't think they need him still. James Conner is still.
I'm saying,
let him go.
Look,
I mean, I don't see nothing. Any reason to let James Conner go yet.
I'm saying Etienne is the type of back they have not had in years. Technically, God, who was the last one they had?
At Clemson?
No, Steelers. They haven't had a speedy back like Etienne at the Steelers in forever. I want to say it was right when the bus was there, right when he was leaving, before Le'Veon even got there.
You talking about Fast Willie Parker?
Yes.
Fast Willie.
Yes.
Oh, oh, sweetness. Not sweetness, but I can't say that. But oh, fast Willie.
I'm not giving Deuce Staley that. Deuce Staley wasn't that fast, man. Willie Parker, yes.
Man, he was a bruiser.
Yes.
And he's like the running backs coach there now in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin, I like that, man. Hiring the brothers, I like that.
Yeah. Definitely so. But yeah, that would honestly, if the Steelers did get him, that would add a whole nother dimension, and it wouldn't be Le'Veon Bell type. It would not be James Conner type who do that slow little shuffle and wait for the line to open up whatsoever. And then he sees a little gap. That dude is gone.
he's a different breed in college nowadays, especially a senior.
Yeah.
So he's definitely a different breed. He's a grown man out there with some of them 18, 19-year-old freshmen, sophomores out there. He's a 22-year-old man, 23-year-old man, whatever he is.
This is who he will be like. It'll be like Warwick Dunn.
Don't you put that on him. You
Warwick
can't,
Dunn was
you
a beast.
can't put his name with Warwick Dunn's yet.
Wait. I'm saying his type of running.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm saying his type of running, it would be like Warwick Dunn and Chris Johnson. Both of them just have that extra gear for no reason whatsoever.
He's a lot stronger than them two skinny dudes.
Exactly. But he still got that extra gear for no reason.
Little.
I'm saying Edmund is fast, though.
Yeah. Hopefully he don't turn out to be like a Darren McFadden, though.
Glass.
I mean, look at him. Same body type. Hey, he could turn out to be a Darren McFadden. You never know.
You putting that evil on that man like that. You're trying to ruin his career already.
I'm trying to. It's not like, is that almost like saying Jamarcus Russell for a quarterback coming out? God, that's tough, ain't it? What a loser.
Reggie Bush.
Man, Reggie was the man at USC, though, wasn't he? It was hard not to, like, when they was playing, it was hard not to watch them. He was fun to watch.
Oh, he was exciting. Yeah, he was exciting. Reggie Bush was, yes. But when he hit the NFL level, he just kind of dipped. He was more running on his name than actually running.
Yeah.
And then he got with the Kardashian.
Well, let's get back to the Steelers and the Bills. We was talking about Big Ben. That's a big clock, but this is what I like about this game. This game is not about Big Ben. It's not about that running game. It's not about them 31 drops. It's about one dude and one dude only, and that's Josh Allen. Yeah. This dude, I'm telling you, this is one of my favorite players to watch, and I'm going to tell you why. He's accurate. He completes right at 70% of his passes. 7 out of 10. That's pretty good, folks.
That's a big up from last year.
First 12 games. That man is putting the ball there. He finds a way for his team to be in that ball game. Tell me, or win, right? I mean, they're 9-3. They are 9-3. So he puts it on his back. Now the defense, okay, the running game is what it is, but that's his squad. Like, he put Buffalo on his back, and that's how he feels. Like, I know Jazz Coleman and Big Chill Coleman. Hey, man, he put them on their back. You know they're hyped. They have not been this hype in years over the Buffalo Bills.
So what you're saying is he's Shane Falco in them, is what you're trying to say.
Shane Falco. He's way better than Falco. Allen, way better than Falco.
I'm talking about the end of the game when he's like, I want the ball, coach. Give me the ball.
Oh, so yeah.
You immediately took up. So he's Shane Falco in them right now.
Absolutely, man. Give him the ball. If that's what you want to call him Falco. Hey, you call him Steamin' Willie Beeman for all I care.
No,
you better call him Josh Allen. That's a big country boy from Wyoming. You better call him Josh Allen.
Styling Josh Allen. Got it.
Listen at this. Last 5 games, 1,385 yards, 10 touchdowns, 4-1 during that 4 picks, but 4-1 during that stretch. And the only reason they lost was because old Kawhi Leonard hand-having ass. Oh, excuse my language. Sorry, y'all. Sorry, Mr. Don Amazing. My bad. Big Kawhi Leonard hand-having self. DeAndre Hopkins caught that, Murray's miracle. That's the only reason that they lost that game. They should have won that game. Cost me money because I had the Cardinals -3, and they kneeled the ball to go for 2. But that's a horse of a different color. But he should be 5-0 in his last 5 games. Josh Allen, AFC player 3 times this year. 3 games he's thrown 4 touchdowns or more. He's turning into truly, must-see TV. And pretty soon it's not going to be far from being a tier 1 quarterback.
I will say this thing though, Allen is doing things hands down. But boy is killing my fantasy though, man. He's killing me with the running backs. Killing me. Like just hands down, destroying my team. Singletary was like their star last year, and this dude is like I can't even I don't even know.
Identity's changing.
Yeah, but I'm not it's not a bad thing per se. Now, is it gonna be
Yeah.
a bad thing for Allen in the long run? Dude takes some hits this year. And either they're gonna have to develop the running game. They're going to have to develop the running game with their running backs a little bit more to save Allen's shelf life, or he might be pulling an Andrew Luck, man. Andrew Luck is the last one that was scrambling and doing stuff like that and taking all them hits because Andrew Luck was a big boy, and you saw what happened with him. He quit last year. He's like, I'm retiring.
He didn't quit because he's hurt. He quit because he's smart. He got his big stuff, or he ain't that big, but he got his butt out of there, and he's smart. He did his service. He gave them some chances to win. He also cost them a few games. Turn that ball over, trying to make some plays. I mean, heck, he did what anybody else would try to do, but he was smart enough to get out. Just like Barry Sanders at 10 years, just like Robert Smith at 10 years, just like the linebacker from the 49ers. Forgive me for not remembering his name. I'm usually better than that. He got out.
Man.
I mean, the list goes on. He was smart. Josh Allen ain't going nowhere. This guy is going to be, I'm telling you, you want my words, fantasy leader in points next year. Next year.
I said, or he'd be old and beat up like Ben.
Hey, 11 and 1.
Yeah, I got it, but I'm saying they're gonna have to do something to preserve his shelf life. I mean, besides Breeze and Brady, there's no other real quarterbacks. I'll throw Big Ben in there because he's been there for a while, but there's no other quarterbacks that are still in the league that are still putting up numbers and playing at least at a above average to a higher level. FSU.
Yeah, I show that a lot. But yes, I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I don't. They're going to have to do something to help him out. Which I'll get on that more either way it goes. That's depending on the player personnel. Buffalo, on the other hand, though, Diggs. He does.
That combo is scary, is it not?
Yes, it is. It is. I'm not going to disagree with that one. It really, really is. But Diggs definitely is doing what he needed to do when he got up there. He was leading for a while, and then a couple of players overtook him as far as stats wise, but that's different.
Yeah, I mean, but they 9-3, sitting pretty right now.
Yeah, they are. Steelers. I'm gonna give this game to Buffalo. This is my opinion. I think Buffalo's gonna take it. Granted, Murdoch, I saw your little quote over there. Buffalo has not dealt with the pass rush like the Steelers got as far as their defensive line. That is one problem that Allen's gonna have.
Correct. But Allen is mobile. Allen's got the ability to move out that pocket if need be. He's not Tom Brady sitting there.
Sam, if you don't get in here right now, we're going to have some issues. You got time to message. You got time to talk sports. Get your butt in here. Quit playing.
Yes, Sam. Let me meet you, Sam, another FSU fan. Let's get in for a second. Let me give you my pick on this for my handicappers out there. The line is 2.5. The Bills have a good defense. The quarterback is one of the best in the league. The Steelers are 11-1. I get it. Listen at the teams they beat. Okay.
Dallas.
Why? They beat the Ravens, the Jaguars, the Bengals, the Cowboys, the Eagles with Wentz, the Texans, the Broncos, the Giants. You know what those combined records are? 34, 64, and 2. I'm not impressed. Your defense is really good in Pittsburgh. I like it. You can rush the pass. You can defend the pass. You can stop the run. Your offense seems to do pretty well, except for the last couple weeks. It's just kind of not really been there. Even Big Ben Tomlin will tell you that. But this is a 9-3 Buffalo Bills team. Excuse me. Disciplined team. I like the Bills 30-21. Take it to the bank.
I'm just glad old boy recovered from that stiff arm Derrick Henry gave him on that night, though.
Whoa.
Who's my boy? What's his name?
Wow, Josh Norman, huh?
Yeah. Oh, Karate Kid. But
it's hard when you run into a man beast like that, man.
Yeah, but this is the concept, though. This is the thing. Any given Sunday, Buffalo lost to the Titans. Pittsburgh knocks off the Titans. but then Pittsburgh struggles against Dallas and loses to Washington. I don't know if it's an NFC East thing that they can't handle them per se or whatever it is, but hey, Steelers need to go do something because no running game, receiving status is there. If he's throwing 47 passes a game, then I mean
27, 49, and he's got 27 touchdowns to 7 picks. I mean, the offense is there. They're there. They just lead the league in drops as well. Imagine what the scores would be of the games if they didn't have 31 drops by the receivers. We're not talking about bad passes. We're talking about drops. You know, Iverson drops.
Okay, I about said something. I had to bite my tongue. I'll tell you later after this one. You'll catch what I'm saying, but I couldn't say it. I couldn't say it. I was this close to saying it. But yeah, I'm Steelers fans. If Miss Jackson is watching, I am sorry, but I am going Buffalo.
I am for real. Sorry, Roz.
I'm going Buffalo on this one, hands down. This is what it's got to be. All right, so let's go hit this next one then, because I'm pretty sure you're going the same way. Everybody, welcome to the group. Welcome to the chat. I'm glad you finally made it. If you decide to pop your little head in here, the late, the great, the honorable Sam Busby. Late.
Man.
Don't make me mute you.
I was like, here, do I keep doing this?
You didn't tell me it was an old Griff.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Hey.
Let me freshen it up a little bit.
I know. I asked for this. I know. I can't even lie and say I didn't ask for it at the same time. That's why I was glad it was NFL and not college.
You need to invite me on the college episode then one time too, so we can get you.
You invited.
My man.
Fine, Sam. I'll let you hit up the last one. Here we go. You ready for this one? Ravens versus Browns. I don't know, babe. I don't know.
Are the Ravens still COVID tore up right now? Do they still have a lot of players out?
Andrews is back. Mar Jackson's back. Yes, Andrews being back helps a lot.
No, the Browns seem to be flying under the radar, man. It's like they win and nobody's paying attention to it because it's the Browns. But and Baker Mayfield was on it last week. I can't remember. What was that little old peanut team they played, though? That might have been the difference.
FSU.
Hey.
Hey, he wanted to do it. He did it.
In the words of Swaggy P.
I'm going to go Browns, man. I think the Browns are going to win. I think they got a little pep to their step. I think they got Chubbs is back. He's running well. Baker seems to have found a good groove. The Ravens, Lamar's been out for a few weeks. He's going to be sloppy, probably a little.
Oh, he came back last week. He played. Yes, he did. He played and he showed off.
I'm still going.
Look, dude broke a 30-yard run first quarter. Just going up the middle, hands down. Passing game, not so much though.
I'm still going Browns, and for the record, Cam Newton just got ate up by that Rams D-line.
It's 17-3 right now. 17-3. Still sticking with my pick. Stevie.
Yeah, I see that one. This one, I'm glad the Browns are actually winning. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to dispute that one. I'm glad they're actually winning. They spent all that money, all that time for 3 seasons, literally trading and drafting people to sit there and build the team up. Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward. You went and got OBJ, picked up Jarvis Landry, both of them through free agency and trade. I mean, you went and got Baker. Went and got Austin Hooper this past year to pair with Njoku, who you pretty much set on the bench. Beefed up your offensive line and then beefed up your defensive line to help Myles Garrett get a little bit extra pressure. So for them to not actually be in this position would be embarrassing. Which is why all the coaches got fired in the first place, because they literally had the personnel there, but they weren't doing anything with them.
You know, Hugh Jackson was on a different level, wasn't he?
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm glad they're here. And the Ravens right now, their passing game is almost non-existent. Hollywood Brown he moved from Hollywood, and I don't know, he went down to Cabo and chilled or something like that. I have no clue. He disappeared. Dez Bryant, good addition. Had a side against Dallas, but
He's out.
Yeah, he still got COVID. He ain't had time.
Yeah, he's not coming back for the rest. I think now I have to double check. You know, I'm a stats guy and I should be knowing this, but I should know this. But
welcome, Jay Hunter.
He's out.
But yeah, like the big difference is the Ravens have 3 backs, 4 if you honestly count Watson. Browns have Myles Garrett. The big difference between the Titans and the Ravens, all their backs are like scat backs with speed and a little bit of power. They're a little bit more elusive. The Ravens haven't actually had to pass the ball to even win, though, really. That's the thing. So, I mean, you're kind of taking out the picture, Denzel Ward, but you can't necessarily sleep on Brown or any of the receivers either. If you're going to leave them wide open, they're going to catch the ball while it's wide open. So, I'm going to have to go against the grain on this, and I'm going to have to say the Ravens. I'm going to have to go Ravens. Not by big, but I think Justin Tucker is going to win the game for them.
Year of the kicker.
Yep.
Fantasy football, year of the kicker, young Ho Kim. Year of the kicker.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Well, we all know the COVID struck the Ravens. They've been a little devastated. Andrew's been out, as we mentioned a little bit earlier. Shoot, he coming back, and that's a big help. That's such a big help.
That's his go-to.
You mentioned the backfield. Wow, that is exactly what I am talking about. 294 yards last week. Yes, it was against the effortless Cowboys. Sorry, you Cowboy fans. Y'all stink. God. I know Florida State sucks. Y'all stink. Man. But 294 yards on the ground, okay? Dobbins, Edwards, 94 and 101 yards respectively, man. I mean.
Who's Dobbins from?
The Ohio State, man. Come on. Everybody know that.
True. I was actually stoked when he went up there, though. I was
couldn't find a better system.
No, he couldn't. I was like, you're pairing him with Lamar Jackson and Mark Ingram sit there. Mark Ingram shined with them. I was like, yo.
Well, all I know is this is a must win. I know it's 75. This is a must-win for Baltimore.
Yeah.
They got to win this ball game.
Or
Lamar, he got his rust out last week. Yeah, he was out with COVID, and I'm glad he's better. He got his rust out. He had 3 total touchdowns. I get it. He had 3 total touchdowns. That accuracy, like I mentioned about Cam earlier, that accuracy has got to step up. He missed several passes that were drive killers last week. Several.
I think he was throwing with Sam's good arm.
Maybe that one got off a Scary Movie. Grab my good hand. Remember the guy off Scary Movie?
Oh, give me the other one.
The other one. No, get my good hand. He was on another level. Like his accuracy reminds me of Vic's. I mean, his whole game. I was trying to tell my young, these young kids, mine especially about how good Mike Vick was. I mean, my generation had Vic. They got Lamar Jackson, cool. Vic smashed Lamar Jackson, in my opinion.
Hey, bro, Vic had accuracy. He was your all-around athlete, man.
Yeah.
He could throw it short. He could throw it deep. He could run it. And if he run it, he was getting 10, 20 yards every carry. Vic was a beast, bro.
It was beautiful. It was poetry in motion.
Beast. Yep. Lamar don't have shit on Vic.
Tom. I must not on the passing side of it. No, on the running side, I will have to find the video. Y'all remember Michael Vick when they showed him running against Minnesota, and those 2 defenders were like, and he said, nope.
Yeah.
Now,
hey, man.
Yes. Now I'm saying Lamar is on the same level as him. Think about Cincinnati last year when he had 3 of them on him, and all you see is Lamar hit a little spin move, and all 3 of them go.
Hey, Vic was so good that when you heard him in Madden in the game back in the day, they were like, put injured Vic back in the game? Vic was that good. They couldn't even believe you trying to put him back in the game. You want to really put this brother back in They still let you put him in. He be out there gimping, running the ball, still running
running
touchdowns. Yeah, still running touchdowns. Them Colemans, remember that?
Yeah.
But man, like I said, 3 total touchdowns. You know, he needs to get accuracy back. I think having Andrews back, having that tight end comfort that he's always had. We got to remember, you know, he led the league in total QBR last year, 83. Led the whole. He beat Mahomes, Brady, Big Ben, all of them.
And then he went to bed against Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean that's the way it goes. It's the way it goes. They ran into a man beast and a defense that showed up too. You know, I mean that's the way it went down. But you know, right now he's just cracking the top 20 at 63.1. He has to play better. Period.
Roxanne, put injured Vic back in the game. Yep.
Hey, put injured Vic in the game. Hey, even the game couldn't believe that, could they, Rock? Hey, man, but I'm gonna tell you this, man. I'm gonna tell you this. The odds do not favor the Browns. Mentally, the Ravens have crushed them. 32-11 overall series record. That's annihilation. They mentally they own them. They own them, and everybody knows it. The Browns organization knows it. Baker Mayfield knows it. Everybody that plays there, they know it. Even the ghosts of like Tim Couch and all them guys, they know. They know that the Browns get owned by the Ravens. Listen at these stats. Hey, for all my handicappers out there, yeah, I'm still tuning you in. They're 0-6 against the spread in their last 6 road games. Come on. They are 1-4 in their last 5 games against the spread. It's no different this week. The Ravens, their offensive efficiency improves, and it's back. The running game is just going to soar. 33-13 blowout.
So
I went against everybody's against me.
Yes, sir.
So you saying what the Ravens are gonna do? They locking Baker Mayfield out of his own house like his commercial with the groceries.
Yeah, man. He's toast. I mean, that was good. It was good fun to watch. The Browns have not made the playoffs since 2002. I want to see them in there. I really do root for Mayfield. Chubb, Kareem Hunt, they got it. Myles Garrett, they've got a program building there.
Yep.
They are going to get their tails kicked this week. They're facing an angry Lamar Jackson. Coach Harbaugh's mad. That defense is going to bite Baker where the sun don't even shine. It's over. 33-13. It's already over now. It's over right now.
Oh man, what you seeing, Sam? What happened?
Cam Akers, former Knowles, just broke a big run. That's
He
what
sure
happened.
did.
Knowles run the league, son.
We pretty good in there, baby. Jalen Ramsey's the best corner. I know I heard y'all debate that on one of the past episodes. Jalen Ramsey is the best corner.
All right, let's talk about somebody good. Good.
Bring it
Last
back,
game.
y'all. Bring it back, y'all.
Strongest division in NFL, all right? Sam, I'll let you take first shot at this one. Giants versus Washington. Battle for the division championship. Strongest division in the league. What?
I think the Giants have got I don't know what they've got. They beat Seattle last week in some kind of wild fluke, and then the Washington ends up beating Pittsburgh. I don't know. It's a toss-up for me, but I got to go Giants, man. They got my boy Graham Gano back there kicking for them, so
Woo!
I got to roll with the great Gano, and I got to roll with the Giants.
I'm gonna say this one. For this one, I don't know who I'm gonna toss up. I mean, for safety reasons, I gotta say Giants. Okay. But this is not an offensive battle. It is really, really not an offensive battle. It's not Daniel Jones. It's not Wayne Gallman. It's not Alex Smith or Haskins or McLaurin. This is straight defensive game. This is all it's going to come down to. It's going to come down to the front four of Washington destroying whoever is back there at quarterback, or it's going to come down to the Giants' whole defensive team as a whole destroying Alex Smith. The only thing I could see causing the Giants to lose is if they do not stop Terry McLaurin. Can't hurt.
I said I got him on my team, my fantasy team.
Hater. I like McLaurin. McLaurin showed up. He came out of nowhere. Granted, he wasn't even one of those. He was not one of those receivers that was supposed to be on anybody's radar. almost like Michael Thomas. Both of them slipped down into the draft because people were sleeping on them, and now look at them.
They shouldn't have slept on Mike Thomas. I'll tell you that.
No. So this one, it's going to be a defensive battle is what this is going to be. It's hands down defensive battle. And for safety and health reasons, I must say, go Giants.
Go Giants? Man. Oh, I understand. You gave in, didn't you?
Go Giants.
I wish I could do the cricket noise a little bit better. I, on the other hand, don't have to go Giants. I go against the Giants, and she know who I'm talking to. The Redskins defense. I'm telling you what the truth. They are the truth. Alex Smith, the Comeback Player of the Year award is going to get renamed to the Alex Smith Award. They're going to win the East. They're going to show that they're going to win the East by beating the Giants this week. And it's going to be 28-10. Hey, it's going to be 28-7 if Colt McCoy plays.
You know what? I fed you some bad info, man. I apologize on that one. Granted, it still makes sense though to talk about Giants in Washington, but Washington plays San Francisco. They losing.
Why you telling me about that?
I was like, my brain is like tripping, and now you got Arizona playing the Giants. All right, we'll put it like this. Hey, both of them teams, I retract every single thing God said.
Thank you. I was wondering why I was getting into that. I looked at the thing. I said, damn, he didn't play, but I was wondering if he noted that.
Was that the last NFL game?
Technically, it would be, yes. It would have been. It should have been.
Justin, you know we get Mackenzie Milton, right?
Yes, I do. And we're getting rid of Willie's boys. All his boys are leaving. That's why they do so bad. Get them out, you know. Hey, Steve, can I throw a quick wild card in here real quick before we get up off here?
Go ahead and spit it. You the special guest on this one. What you got?
Hey, Bucks versus Vikings. Come on, man. What we doing here?
All right. I will say this much.
In case you didn't know.
I did skip Bucks versus Vikings, but we'll throw it in there. All right. This is Tom Brady and possibly the best receiving core that he's ever had in his life, and possibly in the NFL as far as, yes, besides, it is. All right. I'm just going to say Tim Brown and Randy Moss, man. Those two were like, they were nasty.
This is the best.
But like I was saying, yes, Tom Brady probably has the best receiving core, hands down, as far as name and performance goes in the NFL right now, with many, many options to throw the ball to, and he shouldn't even miss a pass with the receivers that he has. There is no way he should ever be missed a pass. The dude should have 100% completion percentage.
He should, but an offensive line breaks down.
God, it still shouldn't even matter. He's got Evans. He's got Godwin. He's got AB now. He's got Gronk. And he's got Cameron Brate.
Not to mention Fournette.
Yeah, I'm saying there is nothing he should ever be missing. That dude should just be like,
it's timing, man.
Still.
It's all about, like, especially nowadays. I mean, you know, a lot of these NFL routes are timing routes. The back shoulder fades, the out routes, they're all timing routes. You'll see these quarterbacks, they release the ball and the dude's still here to get ready to make his break, you know? So,
yeah.
We mentioned chemistry in what team was we talking about? Was it the Patriots? Is that who we mentioned?
Yeah.
Same issue. Chemistry.
So, I will say this. It is Tom Brady with his elite team of receivers and running backs. I'm not counting Jones in there yet. Fournette, but his elite receivers versus Sam's favorite quarterback in the NFL, Kirk Cousins.
Nothing wrong with that.
That dude is
Hey. I was hoping that was a false statement, but I was trying to show him a little love. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But I mean, Kirk Cousins, they're 6-6. I mean, they're letting Cook do his thing. I get it, but hey, man, he putting that ball in there. Jefferson coming down, Gideon on him. Thielen coming down, Gideon on him.
But if it wasn't for Cook, and I'm not even gonna say so much as Thielen. Thielen is probably leading in touchdowns overall, but Jefferson is literally their saving grace this year because they let Diggs go. So Cook is probably still gonna do his thing because Tampa's defense is not necessarily that great. They show up or they don't show up, in my opinion. That's just how they've been all season long, especially when they play the Saints. They didn't show up.
When you refer to Cook, Griff, I'm gonna need you to refer to him as the greatest running back in the NFL when you speak his name.
SOF capital T soft.
He is not soft. I mean, he's been hurt. My man had been hurt, you know. ACL tear, you cannot blame. That is not soft. There have been many people to tear that ACL, bro.
I know. I'll say Cook is nice when he breaks Adrian Peterson's record.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
If he stays,
if he stays healthy, that record's getting shattered. But I'm gonna say this.
Wait. Back that up. Wait. Did you say if he what?
If he stays healthy.
Oh,
that's everybody though.
Hey, bro, you gotta understand. Alabama running backs that come out of get to the league. Jimbo Fisher in Cook's last couple of years, he was running that man 40 times a game. You can't do that and then transition it to the NFL and be healthy.
That's why when they did that.
That's why Alabama's running backs aren't as successful when they hit the league. Because hell, they used to be they had AJ McCarron as quarterback. They couldn't throw the ball. So what did they do? They ran every play. And then these great Alabama running backs get to the league outside of Henry, and they crumble because they wore out. You can't run the ball 40
Ingram
times
hasn't been bad.
No, I think they all look. It wasn't even that they were bad running backs. All right, they just couldn't see the hole. They had Jameson Winston's fisheye. That's what was going on. They couldn't see the hole.
Get off my boy, dude.
You ain't gonna take no Winston slander in here. You outnumbered.
I like Ramsey. Does that help?
Hey, you better. He's the best. We've already discussed that.
All right. Well, see, there we go. Winston still got fisheye.
I'm gonna say this isn't the same Minnesota defense because they got rid of Xavier Rhodes. Where do you go to school? Oh, DBU, Florida State.
No.
University.
Ooh, DBU, huh? Hey, no. It's hard to argue. Hey, we talked about this before, Stevie. It's hard to argue the DBU. We got Miami, USC, Ohio State, Florida State. We're in the conversation. I'm just saying we're in the conversation. That's for a different show, different episode. I get it. We're in the conversation, Griff. You know it, Stevie.
I will let you have that part.
I gotta go with Brady and the Bucks. I think they're gonna tear this Vikings defense up. I just don't think this isn't the same Vikings defense we've seen over the years. I think Cook's gonna do his thing. I think he's gonna get a touchdown or two. But at the end of the day, Buccaneers gonna win this one easily.
Yeah, I don't see Minnesota putting in. Kirk Cousins, he's not meant to play from behind. And they're pretty much going to be playing from behind pretty much this whole game. He's not meant to play from behind. So I don't see that one happening. And even if they do, then it's going to take Cook out of the game like it takes Henry out of the game almost. They ain't going to be able to sit there and run the ball and let him break it. He's going to be more on screen passes and everything else and running draw plays. And it's going to eliminate their whole style, their whole game plan. So, yeah, unfortunately, I got to say go Brady.
You better say that every time you mention that man's name. He's the greatest. You know it.
Go Brady. Jump off a cliff.
All I know is, dang. Oh, Tom, I didn't say that. That was Stevie.
I saw your lips moving, man.
Oh, no, man. They can't bad delivery this. Mark my words. I did not say that ish. Hey, look here, man. We could have kept Jameis. Thomas. I'm talking to you. You better tune into this podcast and listen. I'm talking to you.
He might be your greatest fan.
Stop the turnovers. We could have kept Jameis, and we should have kept Jameis to back you up. Okay, I'm going to always believe that. Stop the turnovers. We could have kept Jameis for that. We won't turn the ball over this game. We're going to win this game 41-20.
I don't know if I can really object to that one or not.
No, I can't object to it. That Vikings defense, they just ain't it anymore.
No, they got rid of too many players.
4 touchdowns, 1 pick for Brady, and I'm a breakout game as far as overall catches. Well, let's just say yards and touchdowns for Antonio Brown. Prop bet, Antonio Brown over 69.5 yards for all my handicappers out there. Prop bet, Antonio Brown over 69.5 yards. Take it.
I won't argue with it. I won't argue with that one. I'll let that one stand. So before we wrap this up, you got any more spreads that you want to hit on?
I do not. Those are the ones that I have looked for. But I will tell you this. Be on the lookout soon. I don't know how soon, but be on the lookout soon for just in time for the weekend dime. All right, airing on Fridays, okay? So y'all be ready. It's gonna be a break off. Savage Sports Podcast, man. Thank y'all so much for having me up on here, Stevie, Sam. Appreciate y'all having me on this show. I hated that to come school you like is, but I sure do appreciate it. And go Noles, ain't that right, Sam?
That's right, babe. Go Noles all day.
I'm gonna regret this one this whole time.
Hey, have me back, brother.
Hey, we got you. Hey, Savage Sports fans, Sam, I'm glad you got to make it, man. You need to take it to work to pay you some overtime or something. I don't know.
Sam, get paid? Hey, man, somebody call me. Break me off.
For sure. You got anything else you want to hit up on, Sam? Anything that you want to recover real quick?
No, just thanks to everyone who's tuned in. As usual, you can catch us on iTunes, Spotify, all your favorite little broadcast networks, YouTube. So don't forget to check us out and share us.
For sure. Hey, if that's it then, hey, Savage Sports, hey, we glad everybody tuned in, and go ahead and finish watching the Rams watch the Rams beat the brakes off of this team, all right? Pats ain't going to win it. They ain't going to make that 4.5, unfortunately.
Yeah, Pats ain't even going to win, I don't think, dog.
Nah.
To the bank.
Nah. But everybody have a good night, and we'll holler at y'all Sunday on this recap, and we'll see how some of these spreads worked out early.
In the word of Pamela James, peace.